right now, guys, we are going to get tickets, and this is the ticket booth, and the tickets cost like 400.
Kia ndipo abiria walio ndani ya jengo la abiria wanaelekea kwenye kivuko. Na ni sehemu salama kabisa. Serikali inatoa huduma za kuwavusha wananchi wa Tanzania na hata wageni wanaoingia katika nchi ya Tanzania.
Alright guys, so we got our ticket and we're on the way to the waiting place. Hey, morning. I don't think that you can hear me clearly because of the person behind that microphone. But basically right now I'm just waiting for the ferry, and as you can see there, the ferry is still. So when they get here, I think there are so many people around, so it will be very difficult. It will take time due to many people and many vehicles who are going for the holiday. As you can know, today is like the 24th and tomorrow will be Christmas, so everybody's like going home for Christmas. So when you're on the other side, there are regions like Kagera, Geita, I can say Kigongo, which is far apart, but mostly the countries that is Uganda, Rwanda and Burundi, as the Democratic Republic of Congo. So stick around guys, I'll be giving you some facts about everything. Alright guys, so I found something nice that I should talk to you about. So when you are in the waiting place or the waiting area, as you can see, these are the seats behind me, and as you can see there are people sitting around. But on the far end, that far, you can see that there is like a hotel where they sell snacks and food. Yeah, for the people who want to get something to eat before they get on board the ferry. And this side here, that's the toilets. Those are the toilets, so anybody who wants like a short call or a long call. That's me on the ferry right now. I think I'll be heading there. I will talk you guys on the next, when I'm on the ferry. So it's like a slow walk now to the ferry. The bus is on board right now. So guys, I think the ferry is full now, and my ride is still outside. I think I'll wait for for the next ferry to turn around. Yeah, it's a high season, so many people are getting on board, many people are traveling outside the country, many people are going back home for the holidays. So that's my ride. That's the vehicle which I'm in, and that's the ferry. That's the other ferry at the far end. Alright, I'll try to zoom in. So that's the other ferry that's heading to the other side, and it'll take like 30 minutes to reach the far end. And this is another ferry that is about to leave in a minute. So that's the vehicle that's going back, and I think I have to wait for the next ferry. Alright, and that's L.Victoria, and that's another boat. I'm waiting. I will try to give you some of the facts about L.Victoria. I think I'll find a good place that I can sit, and you can see the lake behind me. Also right there, as you see, that's the boat. That's the ferry which is leaving in a couple of minutes, and I think I have to chill here to wait for the next ferry. As I said before, that's the high season, and everybody's trying to get somewhere. Everybody's trying to get to a place that you can enjoy the festive season. Yeah, so let me find a nice place. Well, I'll try to find a nice place that I can sit and talk to you about some of the facts that I came across before crossing the lake. Waiting for the next ferry. Maybe I can give you a little facts about L.Victoria. So as I say that I'm in Tanzania, and L.Victoria is found in Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda. So it's a huge lake which is found in East and Central Africa, and the second largest lake in the world, after the Lake Superior in the US. Alright guys, so I'll be giving you the facts about L.Victoria. I'm sorry about losing the background. when I was shooting the video, this soldier came. I mean, he was a soldier actually. He came and told me that no videos are allowed on the thing. I mean, no videos are allowed all around here. But I'll try to sneak around and get some videos. As you see that I'll be looking behind if he's coming so that I can have my phone. I don't want to lose my phone, man. This means everything to me. Alright, so I'll be giving you some of the facts about Lake Victoria, as I said before, and I told you that it covers like 26,600 square miles, and also, or you can say it covers like 68,800 square kilometers. Yeah, so it's the second largest lake in the world, and the first largest lake in Africa. So the lake is about 400,000 years old, and the average depth is like 130 feet. That is approximately 40 meters, with the deepest point of 276 feet. That's like 84 meters when measured in total. They say that approximately 80% of the water that's found in Lake Victoria is from rainfall. We have like 20% from small streams like rivers which flow inside the Lake Victoria. So there are several studies which were carried out on Lake Victoria, and some of the geographic studies say that back in the days, I mean like 17,300 years ago, this lake was totally dried, no water, in 17,300 years ago, but not today. That's a funny fact over there. Kagera River is the largest river that flows into the lake. And also there are two rivers that flow outside the lake. I mean, we have one which is the White Nile, called the Victoria Nile. This flow out of the lake. I mean, the source is from the lake, but also we have the Katonga River. The first European to discover the lake was John Hannings Peck, who was the first European who came to visit Tanzania on his mission. I don't know what missions it was, but it was in 1858 when he came across the lake, and he named it Lake Victoria, naming it after the Queen back in UK at that time, who was Queen Victoria. So he named the lake after her. Alright, so the lake is famous for its fish. When you talk about the best fish in Tanzania, I'll be possibly referring to the fish from Lake Victoria, and I'm talking about the Nile perch and the Nile tilapia. I mean, these are the most famous fish that you can find here, the richest fish ever. And people, I mean, the fishermen tend to export them to the other parts of the country. Just imagine how big Tanzania is, how large it is. They tend to export them in the southern region, in the coast region. Just people like them a lot, and people make a lot of money out of the fish industry. Yeah. Alright, so guys, here I'm chilling with one of the passengers on the ferry that I met. I'll be asking him some of the questions about how he feels about his journey, or about crossing the lake every day. Yeah. Mheshimiwa, unajisikiaje kuvuka ziwa mara kwa mara?
Inakuwa ni vizuri kwa sababu unakuta kuja mbali ya sisi kutoka Tanzania.
Kweli. Na wanasema kwamba ziwa Victoria ni moja kati ya ziwa ambayo inatoa samaki wazuri zaidi, yani tuseme watamu zaidi, ni kweli?
Kweli zaidi, hauwezi kupata sehemu.
Mbona simesikia wenyewe msije kasema kwamba I provide, I mean, false facts. No false facts. So he's a local. I mean, he have been living in the lake zone for quite a while now, and he's saying that the fishes that come out of this lake are the delicious fish that you can't find anywhere in the world, I can say. So stick with us, guys. I'll be giving more other facts about Lake Victoria. Everything which is good, it has some of the challenges that it faces. So when you talk about Lake Victoria, yeah, it's quite a beautiful lake, I can say. I wish you can visit here someday. So I'm just doing this video to inspire you. But let's talk about some of the problems that face Lake Victoria. So there is pollution, as you know. Having many communities surrounding the lake, I mean, conducting their livelihood on the lake shores, it have been a negative impact since the waste that they produce in their homestays, they tend to throw it in the lake, and I think it affects the ecological system of the lake. But also we have water hyacinth. When I talk about water hyacinth, I mean like we have these like plants which grow in the lake. I mean, this part you can't see much of them. I wish I can take photos, but I will try to attach some of their details that you can see. So they tend to hinder the transportation and everything within the lake. Also the booming fish export industry. As I say that Lake Victoria, I mean Mwanza region, is the home of the delicious fish that you can find, the tilapia, right? They are found within the lake. So people they have high demand throughout the year, so they tend to export them within the country, I mean to outside the country and within the country. In fact, yeah, there are more people that demand, and there are little fish in the lake. So I think that's it about Lake Victoria. So let's enjoy the trip right now. I'm sitting on the stairs, I can see at the back. Again, that's the highest floor, the highest deck they call it. This is the second deck, and that you see with the vehicles, that's the first deck. Well, on the vehicles, and some passengers can stay on beside the deck. So I will switch on the front camera so they can see that the view of the lake. Alright guys, that's the front view of the ferry that you see right now. You see those mountains, I mean that's the place where we're going, and there's like a building over there. Alright, let me point that, come on, that one over there. So that's another port that we'll be heading. So it takes like 30 minutes to be there, and I hope you'll enjoy. Alright, another thing that you should know: once you're on board the ferry, you're not supposed to be inside the vehicles. I mean, all the passengers, all the people, they should stay on the passengers deck and not on the vehicles. I think they've been doing this because when accidents happen, it will be easy to locate the people. And once you are inside the vehicle, that will be very difficult for them to track you when an accident occurs. We're not hoping to have an accident, but yeah, I think that's the best thing that you can do. So make sure when you are inside the ferry, stay out of the cars, stay away from the cars. So guys, one stretch of ground, you have to wait for the bus here outside. Yeah. Alright guys, so I think you enjoyed the whole video about the crossing the Lake Victoria, and I think at least I tried to cover some of the important parts that you guys should have, So we're back in the road again. Until next time, until I get home.